So what if Apple is working on a foldable, but definitely not the one we've been thinking of? Because yes, even if the company is taking their sweet time, it looks like they're working on giving us a larger foldable than expected. Samsung is following Apple's footsteps and letting you repair some of your Galaxy devices, and Microsoft is actually building a new team, which, that is kind of interesting. I'm Jaime Rivera, and if our calculations are correct, we waited long enough to ensure that these are not April Fool's jokes. I hope. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with E3, and all the information was posted yesterday, so we can assume that this isn't really a joke. Apparently, the event won't be happening this year. Yesterday, we got a tweet from Will Powers, which is the PR lead for gaming peripherals at Razer, saying that he got an email that it was official that E3 Digital would be canceled for 2022. He then expressed that he had a lot of mixed feelings about the topic, and then IGN also reported the news and verified the email, and even got an official statement from ESA saying that they will return in 2023 with a revitalized physical experience in an all-new format, which I hope happens, unless we get another strand. But for those of you looking for some gaming content to fill the void for the summer, Jeff Keighley, and I hope I didn't butcher his name, announced that the Summer Game Fest will be returning this June with a slate of events. They'll be producing another live show with announcements, news, and first looks. So yeah, another event canceled, which doesn't really shine a good light on the whole possibility of us waiting for next year. We'll see. Let us switch on to Microsoft and some very interesting, surprising news, I guess. You'll see why. We have a new report from Windows Central claiming that earlier this week, the company formed a new Android Microsoft platform and experiences under Panos Panay. This means they'll be moving the Surface Duo OS team as well as the people responsible for Microsoft's Android applications like SwiftKey into this new team. If you're wondering why this is important, well, it's pretty much letting you know that Microsoft is at least trying to take Android as a serious endeavor like they do with their own Windows platform, and which to a certain degree is what Google has been doing with Windows for the longest time. Their sources are also saying that Microsoft has big ideas in mind for both Android and Windows over the next handful of years, including more advanced integrations between your Android smartphone and your Windows PC, beyond what we currently have with Phone Link, for example. Apparently, what they want to do is position your smartphone as an extension to your PC with the goal of creating interoperability experiences, kind of like what we get from Macs and iPhones, but which has never really been pulled off well by Microsoft, even when they made phones. So I am really curious. Let's move on to Samsung and their repair services. If you remember a few weeks ago, or even months, Apple announced their new program where they would send customers official parts to be able to repair their own iPhones. It looks like Sammy liked the idea so much that they just announced that Galaxy device owners will be able to purchase genuine device parts, repair tools, and the step-by-step repair guide in order to fix their devices. The program will start with the Galaxy S20 series, the S21 series, and the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. Samsung is actually collaborating with iFixit in order to provide easily understandable repair guides and tutorials, which I think is much appreciated. I wonder why they didn't call Zach. But anyways, Sammy also says that Galaxy device owners will be able to replace display assemblies, the back glass, and even the charging ports. And users would also be able to return the used parts to ensure that they are recycled responsibly. Finally, they also mentioned that they will be adding more devices to the self-repair program, though no time was provided. Honestly, I'm glad that more companies are doing this. Let's just see who's next. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple and the future of their products. We've talked exhaustively about the fact that Cupertino wants to do a foldable, but today we have two separate updates that shed some light on where things are going. First off, we have a new report from Min-Chi Kuo where he says that Apple is actively testing a foldable OLED that's about 9 inches diagonal, something between an iPhone and an iPad. Actually, he even clarifies that in order of priorities, Apple wants to first first focus on a medium-sized product and that they would then consider from that a larger one and then a smaller one, in that order actually. And currently, Apple has been conducting these tests first to verify key technologies, so there's a high possibility it might not even be the final spec of the product. Then he quote tweeted this to say that he expects Apple to launch a foldable iPhone as soon as 2024, which could mean that a foldable iPad might happen earlier. Who knows? This is just me speculating based on their order of priorities. The second report is from the Elec, which claims that the supplier for these displays is LG. But then things get a bit weird because even if an ultra-thin glass is part of the product, they mention that this could equip an iPad or even a MacBook, with display sizes being either 11 or 17 inches, which is kind of weird. But anyways, for today's question, let us know, what product would you recommend Apple to go foldable with first? Because obviously a foldable iPhone would be cool, but I think that there is actually less risk in an iPad, and it would just make it more usable, in my opinion. But anyways, that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me pray. I hope these are not April Fool's jokes, and if they are, please, I beg forgiveness. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.